Nam?
Samosa.
This is samosa. I think 3 samosa and 2 this and 1 pakoda. This is like pakoda and roti. Yeah. Yes. 1, 2. Yeah. So it was about $1 for all of this. We got some kind of sweets here. Name? Nam?
Ahmed Hanif.
Okay. Zilafi. It's like a fried sweet. It's good. Got some farm fresh Laban fermented milk. The chapati, samosa, pakoda. Classic South Asian street food. Hello. Good afternoon. This is Sylhet in northern Bangladesh. My second full day here. In the video that I filmed yesterday, I went that way. So today I'm going to go this way and show a bit more of the city while also discussing why Bangladesh is better than India. Okay, now I need to clarify a couple of things first. So this video is about the experience as a traveler, not about living in these countries, staying longer term, trying to find work, trying to pay your bills and all that kind of stuff. This is just about my personal experience as a traveler in both India and Bangladesh. The second thing that I need to clarify is that I have been to India 11 times. I have spent more than 2 years in India. This is my first time to Bangladesh. I've only been here for 2 weeks, so I have a skewed perspective in that regard. I can't say that I have experienced Bangladesh in its entirety, or even to a great extent. I've just gotten a taste of it. And then the third thing I need to clarify is that this is not about saying anything bad about India. I'm not saying that Bangladesh is overall better than India. I'm just pointing out a few things that I have noticed in the course of being here that are kind of a better experience in Bangladesh versus being in India. So hello, I still absolutely love India, and there is of course things about India that I prefer also as compared to Bangladesh, and maybe I will make a separate video talking about the advantages of India. But these are just some things that I have noticed, observed, experienced in the course of my 2 weeks in this incredible, fascinating, mysterious, very invigorating country in which you are never bored.
I watched your blog last night.
Really?
You made a blog there.
Exactly. How did you find this video? Did you see other videos before, or only?
No, this is first
just
time.
this one the first time.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Majed.
Majed.
Where are you from?
Majel?
Majed.
Gabriel. I'm from the United States.
Very safe.
America, yes.
Visit area.
Say again?
I'm for visit.
Yes, only tourists, yeah. Cool to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, take care. Have a nice day. That's funny. So he wasn't like a subscriber. He just came across that video that I posted yesterday. So what do you know? So the first thing that is better about Bangladesh than India is entering the country. It is easier because you don't need a visa in advance. In order to travel to India, you must get a visa in advance, whether it is a matter of applying at the embassy, which is a whole big, hassle of taking your passport there, filling out all kinds of forms, waiting for weeks. Now, I will answer the question that some might have in that regard. As for myself, because I am heading to India soon, but I will talk more about that another time. But I have a 10-year Indian visa that I got like 5 years ago. I've gotten them previously as well. Americans can get 10-year visas for India in which you can stay for 6 months and then you have to leave. The other option for a visa for India is to get an e-visa in which you apply online, and that is a lot easier than... Hello. That's easier than doing the process at the embassy. But anyways, for Bangladesh... Hello, sir. And so for Bangladesh, you can get a visa on arrival at the airport. You don't have to do anything in advance at all. You just fly in, and then at the airport you go through the process. It costs $51. It's $50 plus tax. So you need to make sure that you have exact change, including that $1 bill. And then you'll go through the process there. You need to have a onward flight out of Bangladesh and proof of accommodation. So that is advantage number one. Number two, advantage of Bangladesh over India is sort of what you were experiencing a bit right now, with all the attention, people staring and all of that, which, you get that in India as well. As a foreigner, you get lots of attention, but there is definitely more of it here in Bangladesh because it is less touristy. So that is one of the real advantages of Bangladesh as a traveler, if that is what you are looking for, which is a less touristy experience. I haven't seen another Western traveler in like a week. I mean, I've seen like 2 or 3 maybe in my entire time here. This is like my 12th today in Bangladesh. Even in Dhaka, I saw 1 or 2 foreigners at my hotel, and that was basically it. So it is a less touristy, more authentic, raw traveling experience as compared to India. Even though, of course, India, then it's so authentic, and you can go lots of places where you won't see another foreigner for days or weeks or whatever. But in many of the main places that tourists go, then there are a lot of Western travelers. Go to Rishikesh, Goa, Rajasthan, etc. Then you'll see lots of other foreign travelers. So Bangladesh is still really off the tourist map almost entirely. I mean, there's no like super touristy place, as far as I know, in Bangladesh where you're going to see a lot of foreigners. And then along with that, then you get to number 3, the third advantage of Bangladesh, which is that no hustling. Because of the fact that they don't rely on tourists to make their living, then they aren't accustomed to bothering you for business. You certainly get it from the rickshaw guys. They'll just ask you as you're walking past, want a ride or whatever. But that is basically it. Nobody is coming up to you like trying to cajole you, as I've experienced, in other countries in which they're persistent, aggressive, inconsiderate, won't take no as an answer, just very relentlessly trying to get you into their shop, trying to push some sort of a deal that very likely could be a scam, but you just don't get that hardly at all in Bangladesh. I mean, basically none. No shopkeeper has come up to me this entire time and like tried to get me into his shop. And then you could say number 4 then is the lack of scams. Now, it is definitely not non-existent. The main scam, hello sir, is getting overcharged, and that has definitely happened to me here. But that isn't exactly a scam, that's just, sort of business, and you wish it wouldn't happen. But I think that I was probably overcharged for the bus ride up here, but in that case, it wasn't for very much. Maybe I was charged an extra $1 or something like that. There was the taxi ride from Dhaka airport to my hotel, in which I paid like $17 for a taxi. But even in that case, it was like, a decent car. A rickshaw would be less, but it would be less for a reason, because rickshaws are always less. Uber would have been less, but Uber is always less than a taxi. So even that, maybe I was overcharged like $5. It's not a huge deal. So just expect that you're gonna pay a few bucks extra for some things. But I haven't run into any actual scams, like full-on scam attempts or anything like that. Of course you have to watch out for, the possibility of theft. That can happen everywhere. And so that leads into number 5, the theft issue, which, so I'm not seeing them here, but in Dhaka, they have these rickshaws that have cages around them. Man, oh man, these crowds are intense. It's quite different from yesterday, the video that I recorded walking the other direction down there, in which the streets were a lot less crowded because it was Friday, the Muslim holy day, and so it was a much mellower scene. So in Dhaka, then the rickshaws, so you can see the rickshaws here. These are typical rickshaws. They look like in a lot of other places, but in Dhaka they have a cage, like a mesh cage on the sides. And honestly, that was kind of a little reassuring in a way. The reason for them is to stop the bag theft. Somebody, just grabbing and running with your bag. But as I showed in a previous video, then there was this beggar that was pestering me very relentlessly, and then I got in the rickshaw and then they just couldn't really do anything. And so, it's a little bit debatable as to whether that's a big advantage or not, but it's, hello sir, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Hi there, how's it going? How do you do? Good, good, nice to meet you. But it was kind of nice in a way, because you really could just kind of relax a bit more, not worry about somebody trying to snag your bag, or the beggars. It's a common thing at like the stoplights for beggars to be there coming up to you, and you just have a little bit of a, you know, buffer there in which if you don't want to give them money, then they're going to be less, hello man. I'm just going for a walk, just walking along. But thanks. There's something good to see up here? Yeah? Thank you. Oh yeah, like a tour? Tour of the city? Thank you. Okay. Maybe we go for it. Hello, sir. We go this way a little bit. We'll just go somewhere. Maybe he had something in mind as far as something to see. So yeah, it was just kind of cool having those cages, especially like for a little bit longer journey. You can just set your bag on the seat, forget about it, and just relax and enjoy the ride. And then that leads into the sixth reason, which is beggars. So there definitely have been some beggars here in Bangladesh, but much less than in India. I have no idea why, but it seems like that's kind of a win-win for everybody. If there's less beggars bothering you, then maybe there's actually less beggars in Bangladesh and there's less homelessness. That's obviously pure speculation and very well could be wrong, but from a traveler's perspective, then it is nice that there is less of the persistent begging, people walking along, you know, with you, pulling on your clothes, touching your arms, all this kind of stuff. And it's pretty common in India. I've experienced it a few times here in Bangladesh, but less persistent and less often. And then the seventh advantage of Bangladesh is I think it's a bit cheaper. I'm not 100%, you know, certain on that as far as the exact numbers, but you can imagine why it would be cheaper, being less developed than India. I've seen less of the, you know, more advanced infrastructure in Bangladesh as compared to India. And so, in general, then it seems like it makes sense that Bangladesh would be cheaper. As I've shown in my videos, I haven't stayed in the cheapest places. I've stayed in pretty nice rooms, but they've been like $20 to $30 or so for quite nice rooms. Not 5-star exactly, but you know, pretty decent rooms. And the food, you know, is quite cheap. Whether it's actually a significant difference as compared to India, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's safe to say that Bangladesh is a little bit cheaper. And then number 8 is a surprise. I'm not, you know, sure if this is categorically the case across Bangladesh versus India, but the Wi-Fi speeds have been amazing. Everywhere that I've been in Bangladesh, the Wi-Fi has been not like, you know, super crazy fast, but it has been very fast, perfect for uploading videos. It doesn't take long. When I was in India the last time, last spring, just like 9 months ago, then there were a couple of places that were literally the slowest Wi-Fi that I have experienced in my life, in all of my traveling. I also had good Wi-Fi in a lot of places as well, but so far the Wi-Fi in Bangladesh has been more consistently decent at literally every place that I've been. And so that is just a good thing to know in general, that decent, fairly fast Wi-Fi is easily available in lots of places throughout Bangladesh. Must be a wedding going on. So I still have no idea where we're going, but seems like we're sort of getting more into the outskirts of the city, seeing some beautiful forest. So the ninth thing that makes Bangladesh better than India for a traveler is the welcoming nature of the people towards a foreigner. And along with that, customer service. So this has just been my experience, which is that the Bangladeshi people have been especially, interested in you and interested in giving you the best experience possible. The customer service has been really off the charts in some places, especially like a restaurant that I went to in Sri Mangal. I showed in the video, but didn't really show the atmosphere or the people talking or anything, but I got just like this spectacular customer service. They were just like waiting on me hand and foot, which to be honest makes me a little bit uncomfortable, but still it was great, that they were just so friendly and helpful and just making me feel like, I was welcome there and they were glad to have a foreigner. And I've experienced this throughout Bangladesh of people just being like really, overly making it clear that they're happy that you're there and want you to have a good experience and all that. You certainly get that in India as well, of people being very friendly and everything, but it has just been to another level of, because of the fact that there's less tourists, then it's a more unique experience for them, and so they've, just kind of gone beyond the expected general kindness and friendliness and made me feel very welcome to be here. Okay, so what are we getting into here? Whoa. Definitely a different scene from the center of the city. Aha! Cricket stadium, okay. So is that where he's taking me? I guess we'll find out in a second. I am not going to get involved in the crowds and everything. I don't know if there's a cricket match going on or not, but either way, I'm not really interested in like getting deep into crazy crowds. But this is cool to see. This other side of the city. Okay, well this is definitely an important place in the city, obviously. International cricket stadium. So I guess teams from India and Pakistan would come here. I don't know if Sri Lanka or elsewhere. Pretty cool. I think I'm just gonna ask the driver to turn around and take me back. Maybe, oh, there's like a temple or something up there. G? It's Mandir? Mandir something? That is Hindu, whatever it is. Shiva trident on top. I could see a Hindu god. I wasn't sure if it was Krishna or Shiva. Where are we going? Tea Estate. Sylhet Tea Company. Established 1854. Okay, I think go back. Yes. Looks like a tea plantation. So the 10th reason isn't exactly an advantage of Bangladesh over India, but it is a good reason why you should consider coming to Bangladesh if you are interested in traveling in this part of the world, and it is simply because Bangladesh is different from India. It is a different experience, for sure, in various different ways. There are similarities, of course. Bangladesh was part of India, the general idea of India during the British era, the Muslim era, and before the Muslim era, the Hindu era, which lasted for a long time. So it has a shared history with India, but it is now majority Muslim, and it has various differences in terms of the dress, the food, the music, the culture, the religion, etc. And it is, you know, a contrast to India. So it is not for everybody, as I have shown in my videos. This kind of traveling, this kind of, you know, intensity and chaos and noise and the busyness and the general, you know, infrastructure, the rough roads and the garbage that you see and all that kind of stuff. Not your typical touristic traveling experience, but it is definitely an experience of a lifetime and something you cannot experience elsewhere in the world, something that you will remember for the rest of your life. It will really, you know, change your perspective on life and the advantages that you have as a Westerner, and just the experience of the friendliness of the people and the unique food and culture and experiences that you can have here if you're willing to tough it out and endure some challenges. So this is kind of my last full day in Bangladesh. Not exactly, but I'm not sure if I will be filming tomorrow. So if you saw the last video, what's going to happen? How am I going to get out of Bangladesh? You'll find out. I will probably make a video about that, all depending on what happens and how it goes, but I think that I know what I'm doing, so you will find out soon where I'm going to end up next. All right, see ya.